2025 is almost here. In a couple of more months, 2025 will be here. 2024, 2023, the content creators have been using in the name of content to get away with a whole lot of stuff that they normally couldn't get away with. So I'm asking all the YouTubers, all the dudes from LA out here back this way that be on YouTube, I'm asking either you put up or shut up. Going in 2025, all you content creators out here on the West Coast, Southern California, to either put up or shut up. What are you saying? What do you mean, Rick Rock? What do you mean put up or shut up? All you dudes that get on here and use your camera to create controversy and you ain't doing nothing, shut up, be quiet. All the dudes that get on here and run their mouth, shut up and be quiet. Because I'm going to say something. Where we come from in the streets, or where we came from in the streets, when you call somebody a buster, when you call somebody a mark, when you call somebody a sucker, them was fighting words. I couldn't call you a buster, I couldn't call you a mark, and I didn't get down with you. Yeah, we talk that positivity on certain days, but today we spitting that realism. And if you don't like it, like I always say, unsubscribe, go on to the channel where they play the games at. We ain't playing them over here. 2025 is approaching. So what I mean by that is, if you online and you making us look bad out here, and you doing all the sucker shit, I want to say something to you. I want to explain something to you. If you call that man the buster, you call that man the mark, you call that man the sucker. For you guys from other places that don't know what a mark is just like calling somebody the B word, the B-I-T-C-H word. Same thing, just like buster. What's wrong with you going to handle that? You gotta handle it, because they looking at us and they saying, man, these dudes talk shit every day, all day, but they ain't doing nothing. Them dudes ain't doing nothing. They just internet thugs. They cyber thugs. They don't want no problems. They ain't doing nothing. Is you doing it for money? Because if you got to do that for money, that means you ain't getting no money. You ain't getting no paper. You ain't getting no bread. So if you call somebody a buster, you call somebody a mark, you call somebody a sucker, pull up and get cracking. Go handle your business. Don't hide behind the camera. Stop hiding behind this camera lens, y'all. Stop hiding behind the camera lens. If you say something to somebody and they say, hey, homie, I want to holler at you about that. Holler at them about that. We don't got to keep continuing on and on and on and on talking about the next man. Me and ODM Slim had an issue. We had a problem. We called each other like men and chopped it up, and it was over with. It wasn't even nothing to discuss. We could have took it as far as we wanted to. But it was just a simple phone conversation. Hey, let me ask you for a minute, homie. Yeah, whoa. And it was over with. Done with. That's how you handle G shit, man shit. Not getting on here, hiding behind your camera. Not talking about somebody, but you hiding behind your camera screen. That's a buster. That's what busters do. That's what marks do. That's what suckers do. Because we gonna go handle our issue. We gonna pull up, handle our issue, make a phone call, handle our issue, and put it to the side. A lot of times, a lot of this stuff that start, all it takes is a phone call. All it takes is a sit down. Hey, I'm gonna meet you over here. We gonna sit down, just me and you. We ain't gotta call up everybody. But when you get on the internet every day, all day, which I'm starting to see that I didn't see in 2024, that's buster shit. That's buster shit. Because it ain't nothing for you to pull up and handle that. Don't get on this goddamn camera and go run and hide over here and hide over there. Nah, that ain't gangster. That ain't gangster shit. Because it's easy for you to run your mouth and go hide out. Y'all run y'all mouth, but y'all not where y'all running y'all mouth at. Y'all not going over there handling that business. Go handle that business. Go handle your business. It's easy, man. Hey, homie, you call me this, you call me that. Hey, how about me and you go handle that? How about me and you go, put that, see what that really about. A lot of y'all don't want to see what that about. When I was coming up, man, I spent a lot of time in the penitentiary, man. And in the penitentiary, we closed in. You can't run nowhere. You can't hop the gate because it got barbed wire on you. You can't go home because you got a sentence, so you stuck there. So when you on that yard, why you think a lot of gangs up in there come together and piece up and click up? Because when you on the streets and you got that gun, when you on the streets and you got your homeboys behind you, you tough and you bad. But when you get up in there, you don't got your homeboys from your hood. You might have one or two, and you don't got your pistol with you. So when you ain't got that pistol, it's gonna show you what type of gangster you really are. And if you on the yard running your mouth, popping your mouth, and you talk out of turn and you talk out of play, you're gonna have to get down. When we go to chow and they crack them doors, you're gonna have to go in there and get your squabble on. Or you're gonna get down where you mad at, regardless if the gun tower got the Mini 14 on you or the M16 on you. You gotta get down. That's what the real shit is about. We handle that. Because you couldn't run your mouth on the prison yard and you couldn't go talk that out because it's peer pressure up in there. They want to see what you about. They watching you. All eyes on you like Tupac. Especially when you walking around there acting bad. When you around there acting tough, it's gonna come a time where they just sit in the cut and they waiting for you to get out of pocket. They waiting for you to get out of line. You're gonna have to squabble up, knuckle up. You're gonna have to squabble up, knuckle up. And then you can put it to the side. But you couldn't run up, you couldn't run. And that's what we need on these streets. We need the same respect level that they got in them penitentiaries on these streets. It should be a rule. If you do anything you ain't got no business out here doing, you do something foul, and you go up in there, we should automatically get you as soon as you hit the yard. That should be the new policy from the streets. You do something stupid, you do something crazy, you do something to another black, and when you get up in there, we gonna get you off the top. You do something foul out here, and you go, because the way some of y'all act on this internet, and if y'all ever was to do something, and y'all went up in there, and they already gonna have a perception of you as you tough, you bad. They gonna test you off the rip. And if you ain't living up and holding that same attitude that you got out here, that you put out, you put that energy in the universe, oh, you done. You done. They gonna tell you, they gonna eat you alive, man. They gonna put them hands and feet on you. So your squabble game gotta be up to par. The most dangerous person is the quiet person. Them the ones you gotta watch out for, not the ones that run their mouth. The ones that run their mouth, them be defense mechanisms. Them be the ones that scary. Them be the ones that don't got no hands. Them be the ones that don't want to get out. So they good at running their mouth. The ones who confident in their squabble, the ones who confident in they self, the ones who confident in their manhood, they don't do all that talking. They just sit back and wait. And once you get in arm's reach, they gonna slap the shit out of you. They gonna see what you about. See, a lot of these dudes be hiding. A lot of these dudes they don't be nowhere where the shit crack at because they scared to get embarrassed. They scared to not live up to that perception that they didn't put on the internet. They can't throw these things. And they not trying to use these things because they not trying to go to jail. They ain't trying to go to jail. Nobody is trying to go to, me, myself, personally, I don't want to go to jail right now. There's too much fun out here. Y'all see them palm trees in the back. We in California, man. Sunshine, palm trees, low rider, sticky ickies, bomb females. It's cracking out here, homie. Who wants to go to jail right now? But the way some of y'all act and conduct yourself, yeah, that's where you headed. Because the moment you didn't put yourself in a position and you didn't went too far, when the dudes that you talking about see you, you might got to get cracking on them. You might got to squabble up. And even if you squabble up, you could hit somebody real hard. They could hit their head on the back hit their head on this concrete and never wake up again. Now you got a murder charge. Y'all putting a whole lot on yourself for internet fame and using internet content to do it. Y'all using the internet to get away with it. This is the most cowardice shit that ever been invented because somebody could run their mouth, talk how they want to talk, but they scared to go face that issue. Back in the 90s, we didn't have all this shit. Back in the 90s, in order for you to even talk to somebody, you had to get up on them. And then if you told somebody and the word went around, you already knew what time it was. You couldn't hide. You couldn't hide back then. You had to show up. You had to perform. When you was in the streets, you had to be right there. You had to be right there. You couldn't run your mouth and go hide and run. Because when they catch you, you already knew what time it was. So you basically putting yourself in a trick bag. You basically putting yourself in a twist. Now you got to defend yourself. Ain't no wrong with being cool. Ain't no wrong with being a player, man. Ain't no wrong with that. But when you want to be tough and when you want to be bad, it's repercussions and it's consequences that come with that. 2025 is coming up. And all you content creators in the name of content that's doing all the goofy shit, talking all the goofy shit, all the reckless shit, I want all the dudes out here that's on the internet, we gonna start a challenge. Let me see if you can either handle your business or shut your mouth. It's Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV. Go on to the next one.